Lords of the Sorry, let me try that again. You play as one of these guys. Your mission is to Dark Souls the bad guys until they die. Okay, no, hold on. You do play as that guy, but nothing that happened in the opening actually has anything to do with anything, and you might not actually play as that guy, but one of his ancestors who also had the exact same face tattoos because...
Prior to this game's release, I was told it was a total rip-off of Dark Souls. Now, while the control scheme is superficially similar, only worse, the games are actually very different, so the people making this claim are idiot babies with no interest in ethics in gaming journalism. While the two games seem superficially similar, they actually have radically different design philosophies. Whereas the Souls series is like a Ford Model T of some variety that wants to take you from place to place in a relatively timely manner, Lords of the Fallen is like a Class M starship that's held together with tape and noodles and the body parts of its previous users. It's a mess, and it is ludicrous, and probably won't take you where you want to go and will take you to a different galaxy far too fast to have any idea what you're doing. But hey, it's a ride. And you might even defeat the fucking Borg while you're at it. Sorry, I'm gonna need to revise this metaphor somewhat, aren't I?
A lot of games in recent history have been really skimping on the pinnacle of all gameplay techniques, the shield bash. But this is not something Lords of the Fallen takes sitting down. It's a Swiss Army knife of shield-based combat maneuvers. You can even use the shield to wall hack!
In fact, in this game, you can even do a shield bash while running. Just mash the shield button as you run. It's really that simple. In fact, the developers seem to have forgotten that it exists, because you can just repeatedly mash it to keep hitting the same person with your shield 50 fucking times in a second, and it's the most broken control scheme in the entire game. Here's the hardest boss.
This game has a very cool attribute-based leveling system where you put all your points into strength and then kill everything with your shield and regret putting any points at all into anything else whatsoever. And all the enemies have unique properties too. This guy dies in one hit the first fucking time you see him. This late game enemy throws slow-moving projectiles, whoa! And also occasionally runs away and then suddenly respawns behind you for no reason and fucks you up. And this fastbender's stealing all my moves. Excellent work, my apprentice. Your training is almost complete. Now hand over your No, come back! Come back! And these guys roll into you and make the game crash. And then your controller starts vibrating and won't stop. They're pretty tough. Oh god. Towards the end, God himself shows you ghosts of all the bosses you've killed and makes you feel really bad for dying to them so much. Killed him with an axe? What? I think you'll find I killed him like this. Remember? Conclusion! The PC version has its share of long load times and the occasional slowdown in frame rate, but the developers are making a conscious effort to improve the game's performance, and even in the short time I've been playing, it's actually dramatically increased in functionality. Wait, hold on. What? Fuck you!
The game's visual design is like a cross between Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000, and that's an art style I can certainly get behind, although, let's be honest here, it's usually the kind of thing that posers pretend to like, you know, the kind with their neckbeards. Oh no. Overall, no matter what people say about Lords of the Fallen, that it's really difficult and unfun to play a strength character, that it's just a little bit laggy, and this thing called NVIDIA turbulence keeps turning itself on and off in the settings when you're not looking and making the game unplayable, and that it is just a poor rip-off of Dark Souls that basically steals all of its concepts and makes them worse. No matter what those people say, in the end, Lords of the Fallen remains a game that you can absolutely buy on Steam right now for £29.99, and that's a promise from me to you. Hi guys, hope you liked the latest video. Thanks for watching. Hey, and if you want to help support the show, why not donate to me on Patreon? Now, this won't actually improve the quality of the show at all. In fact, I implore you to do something better with your money. But hey, if you're a crazy person, every dollar that goes to me will help me feed myself. Some of us make really poor life decisions. I spend my time making this show, and you can spend your money on me. Something to think about.